So I was watching the Rants and Bants video. He was having a conversation with Lee Gunner, and Lee Gunner is probably not the most liked Arsenal fan out there who has a channel dedicated to Arsenal, as he is a Gooner, such as is his name, Lee Gunner, Gunner, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. And they were on the topic of how fan channels over celebrate and go over the top with goal celebrations and how they ham up the team and ham up the performances and all that sort of stuff. Like, and Rance will put it proper when you hear what he has to say. But they're talking about how because they don't celebrate goals when they're watching, like Rance being a Manchester United fan and Lee being an Arsenal fan, the big games, yes, you will probably be more inclined to celebrate with a bit more like, euphoria and excitement and, get in and all that sort of shit. But even me, when I'm watching at home and it's a big game, I don't sit there and jump around and do cartwheels and take my shirt off and swinging it around like I've seen some people do, Arsenal fans and some Liverpool fans do as well. I remember there was a Newcastle fan who I think it was from India somewhere, had the UK probably, but of Indian background, I should say. And he was like going like when Van Dijk got sent off, like, woohoo, bye-bye Van Disney. And then they scored. And then they start flipping it all over. And then when Nunez scored the winning goal, he kicked his chair or some shit. Like, that stuff is so cringe and over the top. I absolutely despise it. I hate it. So fair play to them for calling this out. But enough of me prefacing this. This is what they actually had to say.
But when I don't celebrate, we get clipped up, both of us, all the time. I see us all over Twitter, bro. Oh, look at this dickhead. He didn't celebrate a goal. Look at the hurt and pain in his
Yeah, but the
eye.
thing is, they're so used to the fake celebrations, that they look real to them. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is, bro. Like, we just live in a fake society, bro. When all these men posting on Instagram, it's fake. Do you know what I mean? Man ain't got it like that.
Man at the game singing Champions League anthem and all that. They're like, get in the bin.
Bruv, this is mad. Like this is not real, bro. Like, when you're sitting at home, everyone...
Pay attention to what Rance is going to say here, because this is accurate. And as I said, you'll probably give it a bit of a fist bump. You'll probably give yourself a bit of a clap, but you're not going over the top and shouting the house down when your team scores a goal. As soon as there's a camera on you, everything is gung-ho, and it's all the entertainment, it's all the eyes on me, anything for the clicks and the views and all that sort of shit, which I hate it. I absolutely do hate it. I've said this before. Fan channels, when they do watch-alongs, when they over-celebrate, when they're pissed, when their team concedes and whatnot, like, yes, you can be upset, you can be annoyed 100%, yes, you can be happy your team scored a goal, but the levels that they go through looks staged and fake, as Rand says.
That's watching this, when you're sitting at home watching football, in your house, you don't get up, scream, throw the headphones down, jump up and run around. Bruv, you don't do that, bruv. When Man United score against Bournemouth, you don't do that.
Facts.
You do that in the big games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when Man United are playing Arsenal, Liverpool, and we score and that. When we score in the big games, when Man United score against Burnley, what man gonna jump? Unless it's an absolute screamer, I'm not celebrating the goal because it's like, all right, well done.
They scored, you got clipped.
It's not, I don't think it's like celebrating. I think what it means celebrating is when they go, that sort of shit. That is what's annoying. That is what is cringe to me when a lot of people do it. And a lot of fan channels do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at all these channels that clip fan celebrations and they get tons of views. Sometimes they're laughed at. Sometimes they're applauded. The newest craze right now is this Korean Manchester United fan. And maybe it's just because of how he says things, how he does things. But this guy is like Kingno right now. He is the hot thing. Manchester United concede, he rages. Manchester United score, he's jubilant, he's celebrating. And this is the thing, it's a social media world. This is how you have to go about it, which unfortunately sucks. I don't like it personally, which is why I will refuse to do a watch-along when Liverpool play, because I'm going to most likely watch and be like, oh, we scored. Oh, yes. Oof, what a goal. Fantastic. When other people will be like, let's go. Yeah, Nunez. Yeah. All that sort of shit. Over the top. Cringe as fuck. I hate it.
Dipped up. I see that. Yeah. Oh, look. Yeah. And you was like, yo, this manager's caught life. Yeah. Everyone's going, oh, look at him. He's so vexed that he scored and Man United scored. His team scored. No, he knows the reality. You should beat them anyway.
100%.
Bro, Odegaard scored. Why am I cheering? 96th minute, we've lost 3-1. Why am I celebrating? Havertz pity penalty. We should beat Bournemouth. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Jesus, Cruyff turning on the halfway line against Sevilla, Martinelli running open goal. Cool. I'm celebrating that. Yeah, what a bit of skill. Yeah, Jesus' second goal in that game, or the second goal for us. Great goal. I'll celebrate that. But, bro, I'll celebrate that if that was Jack Grealish from Man City scoring that, because it was a great goal.
It was a great goal, yeah.
Yeah, oh, you're celebrating a rival scoring a goal. Shut up. I enjoy football, mate.
Yeah, that's one thing I've never understood. Even when I watch my team play here in the A-League in Sydney, Western Sydney Wanderers, if we're playing and an opposition player scores a banger, I sit there and I was like, wow, what a goal. And I give him a bit of an applause. Like, it's like, holy shit, that was a good goal. Or that was a great finish. Not raging and yelling at him and telling him off and all this sort of stuff. Like, bro, just appreciate what's in front of you. Yes, you can be annoyed that you conceded, but like sometimes when the goal is good, man. You just applaud it, man. It's like, I always think back to the El Clasico when Ronaldinho ran the show for Barca against Real Madrid. I think he scored like 3 goals or something, and the Real Madrid fans like stood up and clapped him. Like, that's the level of like, holy shit, our team's just been absolutely ripped to shreds, but this dude has just absolutely annihilated us. Fair enough, well played. Those sorts of things, that is football. You can be pissed, you can be annoyed, but you got to appreciate, if you're a proper, unbiased football fan with integrity, you will see that, be like, okay, yeah, that's a good goal against us. Can't say anything about that.
Yeah, and people say to me, like, because, oh, you're so anti-Arsenal. Cool, well, explain my second channel then. So now what they've done is, because the views are half decent on the second channel, and I get decent concurrent on the second channel and watch time on the second channel.
And that was it. Just quickly with the video. I share Rance and Lee's sentiments. Now, Lee may not be the most popular Arsenal fan out there. Granted, what he says rubs people the wrong way. A lot of people don't agree with what he says. He's Mr. Negative, is this and is that and blah, blah, blah. But I agree with him when he says, you know what? We got knocked out of a League Cup, Arsenal that is. We should be annoyed because that's one trophy we will not win this season. You want to be the best. You want to be as good as you say you are. You need to be winning everything you're in for. You're in for that cup. You should be winning it, no matter how major or minor it is. Now, the bigger fish to fry, the AFTV aspect and all these sorts of things, like, well, we finished second last year, so we need to do one better, so screw everything else, let's just go for the league. And if you don't end up getting the league, then what? But then on the flip side is, well, if we go for the Cup and the FA Cup and then the Champions League and that, we're probably not going to win any of them because we've got too many things going on. Well, if Man City can do it, they can win a domestic cup treble. What's the stop? Oh, I should say the FA Cup, Premier League and the Champions League, not domestic cup, the domestic double as it's known, plus the Champions League, then why shouldn't you be able to do that? But I get it. The fan reaction stuff, that to me is just cringy. I like the discussions when it comes to football fans. I like when they talk and they amp themselves up. And yes, sometimes the over top, we're going to smash you, you're this, you're that, you're piss poor, you're rubbish, or blah, blah, blah. That sort of stuff is like fun to a degree. But then when they overhype themselves, or when they underdeliver and then they have to tuck their towels between their legs because they've spoken with so much chest, that to me can be a little bit cringy at times, but I find that more so entertaining. But the watch-alongs from certain fan channels, I just can't. I can't watch a watch-along. I'll watch maybe a clip from celebrations just to see how they reacted, from the highs to the lows or the lows to the highs. But I'm not going to watch a whole watch along. I just can't do it. And even then, it just pains me to see some of these things. It's cringy. It's the best way to describe it. It's cringy.